For this project, you'll need a piece of paper. Thicker paper is better. This is a pretty thick piece of white paper, or if you have like a cardboard paper, that would be good. Some tape. Either I have watercolor paints, but if you have crayons or markers, those will also work. So piece of paper, tape, crayons, markers, or some kind of paint. Alright, the first thing you want to do is take your tape and your paper, and you're just going to make some lines on here. Now you could, if you would like, make a letter like A or something, or a shape. You can do that. But I am just going to do lines on mine. And if you don't have a tape that cuts itself, then you have to get a pair of scissors or something. Or use your teeth. And then you just want to make some different straight lines that go right across. What this is going to do is this is going to block out, or it's going to resist the paint. So there's going to be paint or crayons or markers that you're going to color over the top of this. And this tape is going to block that paint from sticking to that part of the paper. Now you can use really skinny tape. If you have really skinny tape, that'll work good. Whatever you got. But you want to check it maybe really carefully first and put it on your paper and try to rip it off a little bit and see if it's going to rip your paper. If you have a really thin paper, then it'll rip your paper too much. Now my paper, I tried it on mine and it rips it a little, but not too much, so it'll work. Alright, now what you want to do is once you have that tape on there, you can take your crayons. If you have only crayons, take your crayons and color over the whole thing. Or take your markers and color over the whole thing. But I'm going to use my watercolor paints. So I dip my brush in my water, choose my first color I want to use. I'm going to mix up some purple here. And then, now you might not be able to see this in the video, but I can see it here that there's a little triangle here made with the tape. So I'm going to paint in that triangle. Then I'm going to wash my brush out. Make sure my brush is really clean. Pick a different color. Mix up some red here. Get some more water. Mix up some more red. Okay, and then paint another one. Now here's a little parallelogram right here. Paint that parallelogram in with red. Okay, and then I'll mix up another color. Maybe mix up some yellow. And I got another triangle here next to the purple triangle. I'll color that in yellow, mix it up a little bit longer to make sure that's a little darker for you to see. Okay, and you can see that the paint is not sticking to where the tape was, but even if it was, that's okay, because I'm going to rip that tape off when I'm done coloring in all my shapes. Here's another, looks like a parallelogram up here too. Color that one red in. This is actually an orangish red, but it kind of looks the same as that red. I'm putting it on there. Here we go. Then maybe I'll do a blue one here, and then you just keep going until all the shapes on your paper are done. Alright, so now I am done painting mine. Now if you want to wait for it to dry, you can. I'm going to try to do it while it's still wet. So I'm going to take my tape off real quick. Yeah, and it's ripping a little bit, and that's okay. It's ripping off the white paper a little bit. That's why I got a real thick paper, so that it... So then you very carefully pull off your tape here, one at a time. And it's good if you left yourself a little extra. That'll make it a little bit easier for you when you're ripping off your tape. Alright, almost done here. Whoop. And one more up here. And then this one. Alright. Uh-oh. That's okay. Alright, and there's my artwork. Now what I'm going to do now is, since I saw that there's a couple little rips, I'm going to go back with my paint and clean that up. Alright, so here it is. I'm done. And if I flip it over, kind of looks like I made an A in there for Archibald. Alright, love you guys. Hey, see ya. Have a good day. Hopefully you try it and have a good time.